Hey, Tiki Talk. So, I was driving this morning and my phone started going off like crazy. I was receiving text messages from 4 or 5 different people asking if I had heard the news this morning. A lot of you guys found out a couple days ago. I really haven't been on TikTok lately, and I'll explain why here in a little bit. We lost another trucker. I knew this one pretty well. I'm trying really hard not to cry on this one because I feel that I want to get the information behind this out, but I'm going to say at the very beginning of this, do not tag who it is if you know who it is. Do not. Do not put her TikTok name. Do not put her real name. This is out of respect to her family. Do not. If I see it, I'll delete it. I'll block you. I'll ban you. Do not post it. This was a female truck driver. A lot of you guys knew her on TikTok. And she'd had a really, really tough year. About 6-7 months ago, she and I were commenting on each other's videos, and I reached out to her and I just said, I know you're going through a lot. Here's my number. If you need anything, call me. And 9 times out of 10, I give people my number. I never hear back from them. I heard back from her and we talked. We've talked a few times. And she had a really, 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 really tough year. Really tough. So many things that she didn't put on TikTok, and it was nobody's business. She was also so strong and beautiful and reminded me so much of my young daughter. This one's hitting me harder than any other one because I knew her personally. I mean, I never met her, but we talked on the phone. I knew what she was going through. And I'm beating myself up so much this morning because I hadn't really been on TikTok for about 5 days. Had I seen the last video that she posted, I would have reached out. And I know I'm nobody, I'm just somebody on TikTok. But maybe if I reached out to her, it would have made a difference. This one is just eating me up. I have known too many truck drivers that take that road out. You know what it is. I don't need to say it because TikTok's gonna ban it. But this one hurts the worst because I knew her and I knew what she was going through and I knew her struggles, and she reminded me so much of my young daughter, and she knew that. And I didn't find out about it until today. The reason I hadn't been on TikTok was because, like a lot of you guys out there, I struggle with mental illness too. I struggle with depression. I mean, yeah, I'm out here with Larry and I got somebody to talk to. But when I get in those depressed states, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be alone. And that's what I've been going through because I really don't have anybody to talk to. And maybe if I had gotten on a TikTok and seen, maybe I could have made a difference. I don't know. But this is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. And I know I'm nobody. I know that. And I probably wouldn't have made a difference. She probably would have done what she did. For God's sakes, if you get to that point, please reach out to somebody. You don't understand the people that you impact. Especially when you're on social media. Not only are you a person in real life, but you affect everybody here, and we loved you. And you were so bright and you were just such a good soul. If you need somebody, you can call me, anybody. Don't get to that point. I'm going to tag Bad Reputation down here too, Sean. And he does mental health on Tuesdays. He's got a TikTok live, 8 p.m. that you can go to and go in there and get help. Don't go through this alone. If I ever was to that point, I know who I can reach out to. I have people. Luckily, I've never been to that point. I just go through these spells where I just need to check out for a few days and just be alone and just deal with my feelings, because I've been through a lot in my life too, and it comes back and it haunts me. And there's so many of us out here. As a matter of fact, In her video, she mentioned about how trucking is such a great thing. But when you're out here alone, all those demons start coming up in your head and it's hard to deal with them. I know. I've been there too. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video because it's emotional. I know everybody loves Happy Angie, but I'm begging you guys. We have lost too many truckers over the last few years. And I know you guys think I'm stupid and I'm crazy when I tell you guys that I do care for each and every one of you guys. And when something like this happens, I don't know. And to Tammy, the lady who came up to me in the Flying J here and wanted a picture with me, I'm so sorry. I know I was rude and kind of distanced to you, and it wasn't you, and I apologize so much. I had just found out an hour before about this, and I'm still trying to process this. So to Tammy, I'm very, very sorry. It was nice to meet you, and I'm so, so sorry. Anyway, I am in front of a mobile chapel, and that's probably where I'm going to go to next to deal with this, because this is tearing me up. There are resources, you guys. 32 Truckers a Day right here on TikTok. They're a nonprofit. They'll help you out. There's a Truckers Charity. They help out with mental health. Bad Reputation on Tuesday nights. He's got a chat, and on Thursday nights he's got a chat for domestic violence. And you don't have to be truckers. You could just go in there and say you need help. I have told you guys over and over again, I have a spare phone. I will give you my spare phone number if you need to reach out. You could talk to me. You could talk to Larry. I am a judgment-free zone. I will never judge you, but I would rather you call me than to end your life. You don't understand how many people it will impact. You just don't. To those of you who know who I'm talking about, if anybody has contact information for her family, I would like to do a last call. But because of the situation and what's happened, I don't want to do a last call without the family's permission. So if somebody has that information, I would greatly appreciate it. But due to the circumstances, I don't want to do a last call without the family's permission. And please, do not make this into a TikTok rumor mill about who it was. I'm not going to tell you. If you know, you know. Just check on your truckers and check on your friends. So many of us are out here struggling and nobody says anything. Check on each other.